Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld, and today we're going to go through my top 5 ways to avoid being a douchebag in online FPS games. The reason I'm making this video is because I've been thinking a lot lately about the things I like and dislike about FPS games, and I've sort of realised a lot of the problems with online games are caused by people. I know this one video isn't likely to change the gaming habits of millions of people, but hopefully it makes at least our small corner of the internet a little bit more fun. If you want to help out, if you agree with any of the points I make in this video, please do me a big favour and share it on Twitter or Facebook, and maybe, just maybe, we can all make a small difference. But anyway, to kick off, number 5, don't be a troll. Everyone I think is guilty of trolling to some extent, and I'm not gonna lie, it can be pretty funny, but if you're constantly harassing people, chances are you've crossed into douchebag territory. It becomes a problem when you're doing things like teabagging everyone in a server for no good reason, or if you're trapping people in corners and preventing them from playing the game. Trolling can change from game to game, but regardless, like anything, there's a point where something goes from being a joke to just being annoying. And PS, no matter how hard you try, you're probably nowhere near as funny as Charboy or Kevin1811, so just play the damn game like everyone else and keep your teabagging to a minimum. Number 4, don't spawn camp. There's really not many ways to piss off someone quicker in an online FPS game than killing them either in their spawn or straight out of spawn. This isn't possible or a big problem in some games, but it's definitely still a problem in the Battlefield series as well as in Insurgency and a bunch of other games. If you lock down the enemy spawn, all you're gonna do is annoy people to the point that they leave the server, and sure, you might win the match because of this, but is it really worth it? If you're shooting guys out of their spawn for any reason, regardless of how the map's designed, you're being a douchebag, so pull back and at least give the enemy team a fighting chance. Number 3, don't exploit indirect fire. Battlefield 4, for example, has way too many indirect fire gadgets in my opinion, and this includes the mortar and UCAV, as well as to a lesser extent Stingers, Claymores, C4 and the SUAV. These weapons are in the game for a reason, so it's not a dick move to use them period, but you're definitely being a douchebag if you're using them exclusively. This goes for any FPS games with indirect fire gadgets, because anything that lets you kill an enemy without putting yourself in harm's way isn't designed to be used as a primary weapon. These gadgets are more effective when you use them sparingly when the time calls for them, and the only thing camping them is good for is for improving your KD to a point that everyone knows that you've been stat padding. Number 2, don't trash talk. So now we're getting serious, because not only is mild trash talking annoying for everyone in a server, it can very easily turn into cyberbullying, and I think we can all agree that's just not cool. They say if you've got nothing to say, then don't say anything, and I think when it comes to the internet, this old saying applies 110%. Also, don't criticise people for the way they play the game. They bought the game and they're entitled to play it however the hell they like. If you don't like a noob corner camping or sitting on top of a hill sniping, encourage them to do something else. Don't head straight for the trash talk, because it's probably not going to achieve anything anyway. And finally, number 1, don't exploit hacks. According to Jack Sparrow, the deepest circle of hell is reserved for betrayers and mutineers, but I'm sure if he played Battlefield or COD, he'd include hackers on that list as well. Seriously, if you exploit hacks to get kills in online games, you're the worst kind of douchebag, and I honestly hope that you get banned from whatever game you play. Most games these days are pretty secure, but there's still quite a few games that have been brought to their knees by hacking over the years, and that just ruins the experience for everyone. I don't care how old the game is, hacking isn't acceptable for any reason, so put in the hard yards just like anyone else can, and maybe one day people will be throwing accusations at you for being a legitimately good player. But anyway guys, that just about wraps up this list, so let me know what you think in the comment section below, and if you know anyone this applies to, make sure to show them this video. As always, if you like what you see, please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and if you haven't already, please check out all my other Battlefield videos. I've got them all linked in a playlist in the description below. But until next time, see you later and have a good one.